Hey there, welcome to the video. Today I have an awesome niche to share with you that I actually don't hear too often, but I think it deserves more attention because it's a great way for beginners to get started publishing low and medium content books on Amazon KDP, and one that you can start working on right now. And the best part is that this is a great way to create what some might call passive income. We're talking about books that once published can stay on Amazon essentially forever, making sales long after the initial work is done. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get started. Now, don't worry if you're new to Amazon KDP. These types of books are very simple to create, which makes it a great niche for beginners. All you need is a laptop, Wi-Fi, and a bit of time. And by the end of the video, you're going to know exactly how to find and create profitable books that could start making you money on Amazon. So what are we diving into today? Well, we're going to be talking about the boho coloring book niche. So what exactly is a boho coloring book? Well, a boho coloring book features designs inspired by bohemian style. It's known for earthy tones, free-spirited patterns, and natural elements like feathers, mandalas, dream catchers, and florals. And they make great gifts for art lovers who enjoy therapeutic coloring. So whether it's someone buying one for themselves or as a thoughtful gift, there's always demand for these types of books. Now, this is a simple coloring book that can make you your first $1,000 a month on Amazon. And today I'm gonna break it all down for you. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to find and create these books. And I'll show you my simple 3-step process to help you get your book ranked on the first page for customers to see, as well as show you how you can start creating this type of book. With that being said, let's get started. Now, first things first, when you're publishing on Amazon KDP, the most important thing that you need to do is niche research. This is the step where a lot of people get wrong. You can't just pick any niche and then hope for the best. What you need to do is validate your niche. But what does that mean? Well, niche validation is making sure that there's enough people who are actually interested in what you're planning to create, but also that the niche isn't completely flooded with competition. You want to strike a balance between demand and competition. So in simple terms, you're looking for proof that people are buying books in your niche, and you want to ensure that there's room for your book to stand out. Let me show you what I mean. Now, here I am on Amazon, and I did a search for boho coloring book. And before we get started, you might notice this purple bar on your screen. This is called Titan's Quick View. I use this pretty much in all my videos. It helps me with my KDP research and my niche research. So if you want to use this, you want to install this, and you want to be able to follow along with my videos, you could head over to the Chrome web store, make a search for Self-Publishing Titans. You're going to find 2 of their extensions. I have both of them installed, but this is the one right here called Titan's Quick View. It's free to use, so go ahead, feel free to do that, install it so you can follow along. And it's going to give you a lot of useful information. So if you've been following along with my videos, you know it gives you a niche score, the total results as opposed to a generic results from Amazon, exact match, independently published, also known as KDP books, and then some information with the bestsellers ranks, the reviews, and the price, all very, very helpful information. It also gives you these modules and boxes right here where you can quickly find information from the publisher, along with the bestsellers ranks and reviews and things like that. Now, the very first thing that I do when I'm getting into a niche is look at the total results. So right here for boho coloring book, we see 875 results. Now, when I'm validating a niche and I'm trying to see if it's something that's profitable and something that's going to be worth my time, I use my simple 3-step process. Step 1 is going to be with the search results. So I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high, meaning that there might be a chance that I can get on the first page of Amazon and be able to get my book seen and sold. Step number 2 is going to be with the demand. So I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR or a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that the books are already selling, which means that people want these types of books and there's demand for this niche. And step number 3 is going to be with the niche score that's provided by Titan's Quick View. And I'm looking for a score of at least 50. So back on Amazon, we see the total results of 875. And with my step 1, I'm looking for about 1,000 or less. And since this is less than 1,000, so it satisfies my first step. I know that the competition here is not too high. There's not so many competitors here publishing books in this niche. And so to me, it's telling me I have a better chance at getting my book seen and ranked on the first page of Amazon and having a successful book. But my next step is to see if there's even any demand in this niche. And that is why I look for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR of 300,000 or below. And to give you an idea, a BSR or a bestsellers rank of 300,000 is about 1 sold book per day, which is about 30 books per month. And so I'll just start with the first book here. This one you can see from the box here, or if you hover over it, you'll see publisher info. And so right here, we're looking for independently published. And this means that this is a KDP book, and this is a book that we're going to be competing with. But the reason why we're looking for KDP books is because we know that if they're selling well, then maybe we can sell well as well. And with a bestsellers rank of 58,000, this is one book that satisfies my second step. And so let's look for 2 more books. This book right next to it is independently published with a BSR of 59,000. So that's book number 2. And then the book right next to it, independently published with the bestsellers rank of 48,000. That's book number 3. And so my second step has already been satisfied. I know that there's sufficient demand in this niche, but what I always like to do is to go through the rest of the first page to see how much more demand there is for this type of book. The book right next to it, if you notice under publisher, it doesn't say independently published. So I'm not concerned with this book. I just move on to the next. This book independently published 33,000. This one's at 69,000, 35,000, 53,000, 162,000, 96,000, 235,000, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of demand for this niche, as we can see with all these books selling very well. And when I look at the niche score, it further validates my first 2 steps, because with a niche score of 55, that's above the 50 that I'm looking for. And this is telling me that there is potential for profits in this niche. Now, the next part is to look at a book here or a couple books to take a deeper look into this niche, take a deeper look into the interiors, and see if we can create a similar type of book. So let's take a look at this book right here. We see this has a BSR of 20,511, and we can also see the subcategories here and the rankings in those categories. We can see it has a 4.5 out of 5 rating, 600 global ratings. So this book is very popular. There's a lot of people leaving reviews. It was published last year and is priced at $8.95. And it has 30 illustrations. So it has about 72 pages. And this is your typical 8.5 by 11 inch coloring book. Now, before we take a look at the sample, let's just look at this graph. This is from Self-Publishing Titans. This is the historical BSR. And so this is for the past 30 days, how well the book has been selling. And let's just go back 90 days to 6 months. We can see the book has been doing better earlier this year as opposed to right now. However, it's still selling very well. If we go 1 year, we can see that it did very, very well from late December all the way to March of this year. And if we go all time, we can see that overall, the book does sell very well and it's still selling well, but we can see that the book is not selling as well as it was the previous year or so, but nonetheless, it's still selling a lot of books. Now, this is the sample. So here is the cover right here, and here's the first page. And then that's really all there is with the sample. This is a limitation with Amazon, but on the back cover, we can see that they've put 6 pages of the interior on the back, so we can see a little bit of what the style is for this type of book. And if we scroll down, we can see with the A+ content, they've added more details of the book. And so some more interiors here, some more interiors, and then here's one that's colored in. And then this is actually my favorite part of A+ content, is that they added more books here that you can actually go to their listings from here. And so this is a great way to cross-sell potential customers or eyeballs to finding more of your books. And this is free to use. So if you haven't been using A+ content in your listings, you should probably do that. I always recommend it to everyone. And I actually created a video on how to do this and how to create this module right here to be able to list your other books on your listings. So if you want to watch that, click somewhere around the video. I'll leave a marker up and go ahead and start adding these into your listings. Now, when I put the BSR into Bookbird's sales calculator, we can see that it makes about 14 sales per day and selling 420 books per month. And when I add the royalty calculator in here with all this info that I already added in, that's about $45 a day and $1,352 per month from this book right here, which is actually pretty insane if you think about it, because you can make dozens of these books. So if you think about one book, 2 books, 10 books, 20 books, 100 books, all making $100, $200 a month, $1,000 a month, well, you can see that it adds up. And this is why Amazon KDP can be so lucrative. Now that we've done our research, we know that there's potential for profits in this niche. The next part is how to create these interiors. There's a couple different ways to do this. You could use AI if you knew how to do that, but let me show you an easy way to help get you started. Now I'm here on Creative Fabrica, and this is where they give you access to millions of graphics, fonts, and more, like KDP interiors and things that you can use to create the interiors of these books. So I did a search for boho black and white, and over 3,000 results found. And just taking a scroll, we can see a bunch of these interiors here that presumably were made by AI. So as you can see, 250 pages, 250 pages, we have 50 pages, and all of these are formatted, ready to be used in a coloring book. But anyways, this is probably the easiest and fastest way to create books as a beginner. But what I suggest is to mix and match these interiors. So for example, find a few from here, find a few from different listings, and then put it all together. So if you find something that you like, for example, this one right here, you can go ahead and download it. If you find something else that you like this one right here, you can go ahead and download it. And then just keep doing that. Maybe you found another one here that you like, go ahead and download it and then upload them on a program called Canva. Now, this is a free program to use, and this is what I use to create all my KDP books. So if you don't have it, you can create a free account to be able to do this and just upload all of those images here. And then you can start arranging it how you like. You can even modify the interiors if you want. For example, this interior came with borders. So if you don't want the borders, you can easily take the borders out like that and do whatever you want. You could add more lines if you wanted to add more lines. You could add more elements if you wanted to add more elements. You could add text if you want to add text. You could do a lot of things with this program. And so once you start adding the pages in here, you can see that it's going to start creating a book. And once you have all of your pages done, it should look a little something like this, where you have at least 30 to 50 images. And so for this book, it's at 100 pages, but I've seen boho coloring books for as little as 70 plus pages. So once you have your book done, you have all your interiors all set to go. To save it so you can upload it on KDP, all you would do is hit share here, hit download, choose PDF print. This is the only file type that KDP will accept. Flatten PDF, all pages, and then RGB or CMYK if you have the Canva Pro, and then just hit download. After this, all you would need to do is create a simple cover to tie it all in together, and then it would be ready to go onto Amazon KDP and hopefully get you some sales. Now, if you want more KDP resources like keywords, interiors, and more, check my Gumroad shop. The link is down below. Also, if you have any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.